et à tous et bienvenue à ce moment d'échange. Et avec vous, on va parler bien sûr de la célébration de la fête on va dire ça de manière assez globale, de l'unité africaine, la célébration de la fête nationale de l'Afrique tout entière. Welcome everybody in this show. Today we're going to take all our time to speak about the African Union the African Day celebration organized by the African Union 6th Region Canada. And today we have the chairman with us. We're going to try to get more information about that program in Canada because I'm just going to share with you a lot of information. You're going to just keep in your mind for the future, because I know many people from Africa live in this in North America, but they don't know we have many people who are working hard to make us feel together and try to grow up together and try to build a big community with the National United of Africa. And the chairman going to share with us all of those projects for the future, for the present, and everything about the program for this coming celebration, the African Day, in a couple of days. To be just exactly, it's going to start on the 21st of May in Toronto, and the next step going to be Montreal, Ottawa, and after Ottawa we're going to be in Montreal for the end of the show for this event, African Day celebration. And just with me now today, I have many people. I'm going to share with you all those people who give their time to be with us. We have Makole Kalu, is president, the chairman and president of the African Union, and the 6th region, Canada, is with us. Good afternoon, Minister.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duvalier. Thank you very much for having me.
I gotta say it was not easy, but we try our best to be on time and try to share with all those people who give their time to be with us. And just on your right, I have Mrs. Barbara Stewart. Is the Secretary General of the African Union. Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having us.
My pleasure. Juste à côté, on va le faire en français. Elle, c'est bien sûr Charlie Agnès Lemassi. Elle est trésorière et secrétaire financière du groupe, de la structure, la grosse structure des Nations Unies, 6e région du Canada. Parce qu'il faut faire la précision, c'est toute cette grosse structure qui a décidé d'échanger avec vous, population africaine de l'Amérique du Nord tout entier. Bienvenue, Charlie.
Bienvenue, merci de nous avoir reçus sur votre plateau ce dimanche.
Ça nous fait plaisir, le plaisir est nôtre. Nous allons directement entrer de bout en blanc dans le sujet qui va meubler cette belle après-midi, parce que je sais combien vous êtes très nombreux à nous suivre avec beaucoup d'attention, bien sûr, pour prendre le pouls. I'm just going to start with the chairman today to speak about this beautiful event, and I'm just going to start to say, how is the African Union 6th region, how it's working now? Is it how many times you exist, and what was the project in the past, how people can try to join the group, and how it's work?
Well, once again, thank you so very much for having us here, and we really appreciate the work you're doing in the community. I guess that's the reason why we are here, because we recognize the work you're doing, Mr. Duvalier Monkam and Zoom Group and Zoom TV and the talk show and all the things that you guys are doing in the community. We really appreciate the Zoom. And so that's what the whole essence of the African Union 6th region is about. The people of African descent, what they're doing to promote our community, what they're doing to promote the continent. And so the African Union is a body of about 55 nations, 55 countries. And the continent of Africa is known to have 5 regions, which is the Northern Africa, the Southern Africa, Eastern, West, and Central Africa. Out of these 5 regions, they also came up with the 6th region, which is all people of African descent. Now, it's interesting to know that the continent of Africa cares so much about their sons and daughters living outside of the continent. And when you say people of African descent, I always say that if you have 1% of African in you, you're an African. It doesn't matter where you come from. The most interesting part is that life began in Africa. And so if life began in Africa, we are all Africans. Africa gave birth to the rest of the world. And so the continent of Africa decided to reach out to all sons of daughters of the continent of Africa. And we also defined the diaspora as anyone of African origin or through birth or through descent, or also as a friend or lover of the continent of Africa. You are part of the continent of Africa. So having said that, in 2012, the continent of Africa came together in what we call the first Global Africa Diaspora Summit in South Africa. May 25th, that was launched, the 6th region, where the heads of states of Africa and heads of states and leaders globally came together to agree that it's time for the people of African descent to come together and make a declaration that now we are one global Africa family. So today, we have what we call the 6th region, and I'm privileged to lead the process of mobilizing people of African descent. When you hear the African Union 6th region, it's about the movement of the 6th region process. Now here we call the African unity, where we are pushing to bring the unity of our people together. That's where you hear the African unity or the African Union. The African unity is that movement of bringing unity for our people. So sometimes you say African unity 6th region because we're trying to bring the unity for our people.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to get more information about it, do you have inside your African Unity a lot of association who are working with you, and how are you working with all African? Because you're going to be the cover of all those associations in North America, like to give them, to tell them, to share with them how we're able to be to get unity.
Well, so the whole idea of the movement or the mobilization process is that as the African Union reached out to its sons and daughters around the world, we are asking everybody to go to the website, the African AU6RC.org, AU6RC.org. You'll see the link say registration or register. You register as an individual, you register also as an organization. Now, as an organization, the continent of Africa leadership just want to recognize what you're doing as a diaspora through your skills or through organization. Now, we function through what we call the commissions. We have the 8 commissions. And through these 8 commissions, which you will see on our website and which we're going to talk about a little bit today, whether global dialogue, international relations, peace and security, or economic development as well, or youth and children, women and children, or youth development. We also have media and image building as a commission as well. We have health and well-being or disability as a commission. We have education and knowledge sharing as well. So all these commissions are through the process that we work, and if you hear any part of this where you belong, maybe you function through youth development, you function through women and children, you function through economic development or economic social, economic sustainable development, or any of these areas that you hear, we ask you to go register under the African Union. Now, the African Union is here to support existing organization, not to reinvent the wheel. We're here to support what you're doing. We're not here to say come together under one umbrella and leave what you're doing. No, the African Union is saying register yourself, that you are recognized by the bigger body of the African continent, and we want to know if you're doing media, who can we work with? Who can we liaise with? What community are you reaching so that we can work with you? So by so doing, there is a lot of support that sometimes we don't get because we think we can get support financially, we can get support in training, workshop, and all that. All those things are there. And these are things that we are looking for, that as people register together, then through the AU and through the support and through our office, there will be means to ask for a big support. And if you have structured, you have a plan, you have your budget, we will be able to now put plans together as we submit that, whether to our partners through the African Union, through maybe World Bank, through the government of Canada, through any means that the funds are there to help our community, then you'll be able to be a part of that and get a piece of the pie to be able to continue what you're doing within the community. Now, we have a very good opportunity set here through the United Nations declaring the decade of people of African descent. We're about 4th year into that decade. Since 2015, we have the decade of people of African descent. Interestingly, our Prime Minister, Prime Minister of Canada, Trudeau, recognized this decade of people of African descent during the Black History Month. I believe it's February the 30th, and made a declaration that it's time to recognize the work of people of African descent in Canada, and they are willing to give back in support of what our community is doing. And so there's a lot of opportunities that are there to work together to sponsor and support, even financially, the activities and the work people are doing within the community. And so we ask people to go register. Interestingly, we have the 25th of May is known as Global Africa Day all over the world. And this is a 55-year celebration. Moved from the OAU, which was done in 1963, May 25th, 1963, when the leaders of the nations, about 33 then, came together and formed what they call Organization of African Unity. From the Organization of African Unity, moved to what we call today the African Union in September 9th, 1999. So the transition of the OAU to AU is about 55 years in collective. And that's what we're celebrating, 55 years as the nations of Africa coming together to celebrate unity, to celebrate their economic power. Recently this year, there is a trade agreement. Out of 55 nations, 54 signed a trade agreement within the continent of Africa, making it about the biggest trade agreement in the world. And imagine what it will be when the whole 55 nations sign this agreement. There is no way anybody in the world can beat that. And so we're looking at a continent of over 1.3, 1.4 billion people, and then over 500 million of people of African descent who have identified themselves with the continent. And that's huge numbers. That as we come together with one mind, one plan, not redefining the process or creating a new movement. No, we already have a home. Now, sometimes, in as much as we are called different names, some say people of color, some say blacks and I want to say here very clearly, we are Africans. We are called African Canadians, African Americans, we are Africans. As we know the life began in Africa, wherever you come from, you're an African. If you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're going. We talk about celebrating Black history, but I want to say this. It's nice, it's important. But there's no country called Black. There's no history called Black. What we have is African history, where you have royalty, kings and queens, you have mathematicians, scientists. We have the greatest minds. Development started in Africa, and we know that. We don't debate all that. And so because that we have a continent called Africa, we celebrating African heritage, African history, royalty. And so that's what we want people to go back and study history. And you will see, if you know where you're coming from, then you know where you're going. And we're excited about all this aspect that we have an opportunity. Now, this week is a very interesting week. That's what we're doing this here. This week we have the celebration of Africa Day, which we're going to do across Canada, starting from the 24th. The 24th of May, we're going to be doing a flag raising at Queen's Park. And we are very grateful to the head office from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, the African Union Commission office, to the chairman, His Excellency Faki Mahamat, who is allowing some delegation to come from the Department of Citizenship and Diaspora Directorate. We have leading that delegation will be Mr. Nana Osei, with some other delegates from the Economic Social Cultural Commission, ECOSOC. I understand Dr. Sise, is also coming on this delegation as well. And I believe Dr. Raj as well will be coming as well from the ECOSOC Commission. So we're very excited to receive them. They will be here from the 23rd, and the 24th there will be the flag raiser ceremony at the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, which is known as the Queen's Park. And we welcome everybody. That will be from 11:30 to about 2:30. Now by 4 p.m. the same day, the May 24th, we'll be having a special community leaders forum at Duvalier Park Hotel. And that will be at about 175 Winford Drive, 175 Winford Drive in Toronto. We asked if you're a community leader of African descent, we welcome you there at 4 p.m. At Duvalier Park Hotel. There will be a reception, and you have a one-on-one time with the delegates that came from the African Union Commission. They will be here live. This is the first time this is happening out of 55 years of the existence in Canada. This is the first time they are coming in this form. They come once in a while to meet the government of Canada and all, but it's the first time in this level they are coming one-on-one to engage with the leaders of our community, and you don't want to miss this. So we're looking forward to that. And then on the 25th, we will be going to Ottawa with the diplomatic group. There will be a celebration in Ottawa as well. That will be from around 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in Ottawa on the 25th, which is the main Africa Day. And by 3 o'clock, we'll be also having a meeting with community leaders in Ottawa, hosted by the Ambassador Chidea, Florence Chidea, which is the Ambassador of Zimbabwe, and the Dean of the Diplomatic Group in Canada. That will be at the Zimbabwean Embassy, Somerset Street, Somerset Street in Ottawa. And so you can Google that, Zimbabwe Embassy. By 3 p.m. we are also be having a meeting with all African Canadian community leaders in Ottawa. And if you are in Ottawa region, we ask you to come join us in Ottawa. By 3 p.m. you will also have a one-on-one opportunity with the delegation from the African Union Commission. After that, we'll move to Montreal, where we'll also be meeting with African Francophonie Canadian community as well in Montreal. And so if you're in the Montreal region, we ask you to join us on Saturday, May the 26th from 1 p.m. to around 3 p.m. And that will be at the Moroccan House, which will be giving you the full address shortly as well. The Moroccan House, Morocco Cultural Center in Morocco, in Montreal, and that will be meeting the community as well over there. And so we're very excited what is happening. That we have had the issues of what we call the brain drain in the past, where the continent has been drained with a lot of opportunities and resources and great minds, and now we have the opportunity of brain gain, where the continent is reaching out to its sons and daughters of African descent to say there is an opportunity for you to come back and support the growth and economic empowerment of the continent of Africa. And so we are so excited that we are given the opportunity to sit on the seat of engagement, consultation and communication to discuss how the continent can move forward and be the model that has always been the model of the world. And that's what we're excited and here to talk about. And I'm happy to have my great team here. Of course, the Secretary General of the African Union 6th Region, Barbara Stewart, who is doing an amazing job. We've been doing this process since 2010, the movement, and then officially when it was launched at the Heads of States at the Global Africa Summit in South Africa in May 25, 2012, it took a different turn. There was a great movement. And now the AU delegation is coming as well to even do more endorsement of the inaugural process of the 6th region here in Canada. And we want everybody to be there to be part of this beautiful journey. We have the financial secretary or the treasurer of the organization as well, who so happens to be also one of our key strategists in moving this process forward and giving us great ideas on how we can see things happen. This is a great team that we have here. Even executive secretary is also, within the studio as well. But we have an amazing team. We have the vice chairperson or the vice president, Dr. Habiba Shakir, who is of Moroccan descent, who is in Ottawa. Probably she might be joining us on call. But we have a great team. And we have, a lot of great people as members of the board. The Ambassador of Zimbabwe, who is a member of the board, Ambassador Florence Chidea. We have people like Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine, who is also a member of the board. And we have, so many great minds like Mr. Burhan Abate, of the manager of Ethiopian Airlines Canada, who is also a member of the board. We have the likes of Isaac Oluwalafe, who is also a member of the board of Dream Corporation, Dream Realty Corporation. And so we have great individuals that are part of this great movement. You know, you have Dave Ram as well of Omni Media, who is also part of this great team as well. We have Sandra, we have Ken Singh of Atlas, Atlas Cargo, which is another great enterprise in Canada. And so we have a lot of great individual, Rosemary Sadler as well, who is a part of the team helping us with the Social Cultural Commission of the organization. And so we have so many great individuals on table who are doing an amazing job, and we have representatives across Canada and asking people to come on forward and come on board and share ideas. This is about you. This is about us. And we say that is one voice, one Africa, one people, leaving no one behind. That is the process. That is our motto. That is the journey. And so we, like we said, we are not reinventing the wheel. We are not asking you to leave your organization. We are asking you to continue what you're doing, and we are here to support what you're doing and see what we can do to let it grow and get the recognition that the world needs to know about you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Macaulay Kalu, because I was giving him all the time to explain everything, because he know more than everybody in this program. But just make sure everything going to start this coming week. It's going to be on Friday. Everything will start on Friday in Toronto. Thursday. On Thursday, everything will start in Toronto on Thursday at Queen Park, and the afternoon is going to be at the Don Valley Parkway and Don Valley Hotel, and the next day is going to be Ottawa and Saturday Montréal. On en parle également avec Charlie Agnès Lemassi. On vous l'a dit, elle est trésorière et secrétaire financière de cette grosse structure, et avec elle on va essayer de revenir sur le programme, sur c'est quoi en fait l'Union africaine, 6e région du Canada, parce qu'on va essayer de brosser rapidement, de manière assez légère, parce qu'on ne va pas entrer en profondeur dans les explications à ce niveau-là. Et maintenant, c'est quoi cette action qui est initiée pour cette mise en commun de la communauté africaine tout entière?
Alors, la communauté africaine, comme on appelle généralement à l'étranger la diaspora, oui, elle est un peu dispersée. C'est-à-dire, chaque communauté est dans son coin et fait des activités qui ne sont pas reconnues. Donc, African Union 6 Régions, en fait, ça permet à toutes les communautés de se retrouver, de se rassembler, de travailler ensemble, en fait, pour reconnaître l'Afrique. Parce que l'Afrique est un continent qui a beaucoup de ressources et surtout beaucoup de cerveaux, on a entendu parler des pertes de cerveau, des gens qui quittent l'Afrique et qui viennent ici s'éduquer et qui montent leur société ici, ou bien qui réussissent dans les entreprises ici, mais on n'entend jamais parler. Donc, ce qui fait qu'on ne reconnaît pas ce qui se passe en Afrique. Donc, cette association, ce mouvement, justement, son but, c'est de reconnaître les talents d'Afrique, c'est de reconnaître ce que l'Afrique fait, non seulement pour la diaspora aussi, ou pour le Canada, mais pour le monde entier. Donc, c'est un mouvement qui permet de reconnaître l'Afrique, de rendre hommage à l'Afrique, et de reconnaître aussi les Africains. Sinon, au Canada comme en Europe, on ne sera pas reconnu. Donc c'est très important de faire partie de ce mouvement-là. Moi, j'ai fait partie, il y a pas mal de personnes qui l'a cité Sherman, qui font partie de ce mouvement, qui sont des chefs d'entreprise, qui sont des personnes très bien placées, ou même des étudiants, des personnes qui veulent se faire reconnaître comme Africains. Donc c'est très important d'encourager ce genre de mouvement qui se met en place. Donc moi je suis très partant pour ce genre d'initiative.
I'm just going to say, the chairman say everybody come, all of us, we are coming from Africa. That means we are all African first. All African first. And just with Barbara Stewart, the Secretary General, and is it possible to say everything is almost ready for the event? Because I know you are the one who knows about all the plan. All this place is ready, all people who are working on the project are almost ready to receive all those people. Do you think, how many people are you waiting to get that day?
We are looking forward to get almost 200 people or more for the flag raise event.
Yes.
And with this broadcast, we know that a lot more people will be coming on. This reception can accommodate 120 people at the reception. However, people from all over are actually calling in and going and registering at the Eventbrite website for this event, because people are identifying with the continent, whether you're born in the continent or not. As diaspora, people are now embracing their identity and want to be part of the whole process, because they're realizing that, as you say, life begins in Africa, and people are realizing that that's where their roots is from, that's where they're from. They're African, no matter where you were born. So they are embracing the movement, and they want to have an identity by connecting. So having this celebration is allowing people to connect with who they are. So yes, we are ready, and we are expecting the turnout, and people are excited to be there. This is our 4th year, and we look forward to it each year.
Just be on time, because nobody have to forget the program. Everything going to start in Toronto. It's going to be at the Ontario Legislative Assembly, Queen's Park, Toronto, at the 111 Wellesley Street West. It's going to be on May 24 at 11:30 until 2:30 p.m. That's going to be the flag raising ceremony. And the same day in the afternoon, it's going to be the African Canadian Community Leader Forum. It's going to be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Toronto Duvalier Hotel at the 175 Winford Drive, North York. And don't miss those two dates in Toronto. That's the first step. And the second step going to be Ottawa on Friday. And after Ottawa, the end going to be in Montreal for all those people who speak French, because I know many people are waiting the programme in Montréal. Donc, on va le faire également pour vous. Soyez prêts à recevoir l'événement. Je l'appelle bien sûr pour les dates. On a d'abord Toronto, qui aura lieu du côté de Queen's Park pour la matinée, pour la levée des drapeaux, qui aura lieu en journée entre 11h30 et 14h30. Et par la suite, ce sera à Queen's Park, à 111 Wellesley Street West. Et ensuite, en après-midi, on aura la journée communautaire des Africains du Canada, des leaders africains du Canada.
En fait, c'est une réception qui aura lieu à Duvalier Hotel, juste après la cérémonie de levée de drapeau. Donc, ce sera une réception où les leaders qui viendront d'Addis Abeba, qui est vraiment le siège même de l'African Union, c'est la première fois que ces grands leaders arrivent à Toronto. Donc, c'est vraiment un événement à ne pas manquer. Et ça sera à cet hôtel-là à partir de 16h. Donc, si vous avez une organisation ici à Toronto qui représentait peut-être un pays d'Afrique qui n'est pas très reconnu ou qui est déjà reconnu à Toronto, ces leaders, que ce soit le président, le secrétaire ou bien la personne qui est en charge de communication de l'organisation, est invité à venir à Duvalier Hotel pour rencontrer ces leaders-là, pour pouvoir se faire connaître, parce que c'est très important, parce que si jamais vous avez besoin de faire un levée de fonds ou bien de défendre une cause qui est très importante, c'est très bien que ces gens-là soient au courant qu'il y a des choses qui se font au Canada. Donc cette réception, c'est vraiment une très bonne idée pour que les personnes qui sont engagées dans la communauté, bien sûr, puissent se faire connaître et se faire remarquer aussi.
Mr. Chairman, just to give more information about the program, if people want to get like phone number to reach to you like easily to make sure they don't gonna lose when they try to go there, you can give them some phone numbers to try to contact you directly, and maybe to get access to the African Day celebration, African Day celebration.
Yes, we have some phone numbers that you can call to connect. You can also find that on our website, like I said earlier, at www.au6rc.org. You can send us an email at info@au6rc.com or .org. We also have telephone numbers at 647-785-7959, 647-785-7959, or you can call 647-985-0293. We have some other numbers, and I believe our financial secretary will be giving numbers also for our contact with the Francophone community as well. And so, you know, we have, when you go to the website, there's a lot of information there, and we really encourage everybody to go and sign up. At this time, there is no, it's a lot of opportunities that are there for you to sign up as a member. There's no fees there for now, but very soon there will be, to support the process as we move forward. But we ask you to go and register as an organization or as an individual so that we can know what you're doing and be able to connect you with the bigger global African family to be able to understand what you're doing. But we want to thank the African Union Commission for the great work they're doing and the opportunity they're giving the diaspora to be able to play a major role in the work that they're doing within the continent. And as well, especially the CEDAW department, especially we thank the director of CEDAW, Mr. Al-Bashir, who is the director of our Citizenship and Diaspora Directorate, who is doing whatever he can to continue to support the diaspora globally. And we thank Mr. Nana Osei, who is the North America and the Caribbean desk officer, who oversees everything concerning the North America and the Caribbean groups of the people of African descent, who will be here live by himself. The people can, communicate with him and find out more of what the plans that the continent have concerning the people of African descent. So yes, please, once again, you can call the number 647-785-7959 or 647-985-0293. Go to our website, www.au6rc.org, or go send us an email, info@au6rc.com or au6rc.org. So with those contacts, you will be able to get all information that you have. We have flyers, as you can see, some flyers that we have that talks about the African Union and the diaspora. So when you come on the 24th, we ask everybody to come on time. Now, the outside event is for everybody, whether, from your organization, if you can come as many as possible. 500, 1,000 is a lot. Come in. But if you want to be part of the inside reception with light refreshment, when we do the flag raising and we finish and there's going to be a light refreshment, we want you to go and register. The first 120 to maximum 140 that we can take in being part of the inside reception. That's why we ask for that registration, so that the earlier you do that, which probably will be closing up on Tuesday, the inside reception registration will close up because we have to submit those names at Queen's Park for security reasons, so that you can collect your badge to be able to go inside and be part of that reception. So we ask you to please register on time so that you can be part of that reception. But for the celebration itself, the activities, the music, the songs, the words that you will hear from the African Union directly, from the delegation, from the community leaders that will be there. It's a lot of activities, some things that you're going to enjoy on that day. It's going to be a beautiful day, seeing the African Union flag flying high at the Legislative Assembly, never done anywhere in the world. Outside of the continent of Africa. Here we're doing history, raising our flag, and we are proud to do that. And we want you, whether you're a part of the media, social group or whatever, please come and join us in this celebration and promote your motherland, where you come from. And so we are very happy with the support that we are receiving global and all over the world, and from members of the community as well. We're very, very grateful for all the support that you've been giving us over the years. We know it's not been easy to bring our community together, but we have made it. We are here now, and things are moving forward. So whatever support that we can give you, whatever we can do to make life easier and better for you as an organization, please call on us. Our office address here is 1315 Finch Avenue West, Unit 217. 1315 Finch Avenue West, Unit 217, Toronto, here in North York, Toronto. And so please, you're welcome to come in. We have partner offices in Ottawa, which we'll be talking about later on. But if you have any questions, please call, go on the website, register, send us an email, send us your questions, and whatever it is, we'll be able to do our best to answer those questions and respond to you.
Mr. Chairman, with you, we're just going to say the celebration is only for now one part of all the event you are doing, because we try to speak about many projects, and now we have many people from our community who is running to get on the politics and many other diversity, and now we can just open our eyes to be together on the back of all those people to bring up our community.
Yes, there's a lot happening, and on Friday we just finished an event with faith leaders in the community, where we are asking everybody to really come on board. Now, Ontario citizens will be going to the ballot to vote for their members of provincial parliament, and we are really encouraging. The only way you can make a change is to vote. And so if you're a citizen, and especially of African descent, please, we encourage you to go and vote. And we do have one of our own that are running for office from different regions. It doesn't matter which party, but we say find one of our own also and support them. Go help them with the campaign. Go help them we have so many of them. Mitzi Hunters, Michael Kotu, Nikki Clark. We have so many of them that are running from different aspects. In our city, in Ontario, different parties, and also pray about it, find out the best that God lives in your heart to go and vote, but we want you to go out and vote. You see, this is the reason also, part of the activities that we're doing is workshops. We have some immigration experts, for example, as Bowen Immigration has been of great support in the community, encouraging people to understand why it's important for them to be citizens. We have a lot of people in our community who are permanent residents, but they are not citizens. And they don't understand that you will not enjoy all the full benefits of Canada if you're not a citizen. And so we encourage you, if you're a permanent resident, please don't tell us that you forgot when it's due for you to apply or to renew your permit. And so that's where we have also immigration experts, so immigration lawyers, immigration counsel that can help you with that. And if you have any issues about immigration, please call our office. We'll be glad to help you on those issues as well. These are part of the activities that we do. We do workshops and seminars in the city to educate people. Now, another thing that we do is what we call business plan. A lot of organizations want to do so many projects, but they don't know how to do business plan. They don't know how to put those things, and I believe even in French that our strategist will talk about that, because she does a special mastermind to understand what organizations are about, how they can put their plans together and be able to submit it properly as well. We do all that. And so it would be nice that you connect with us to know, to understand what you're doing and how we can support you. Now, another thing that we do is what we call a homecoming project. We just came back from Ghana, where we took a delegation of people of African descent, private sectors, which are business people who are looking for opportunities as well in the continent. We took some doctors, nurses. We went to Ghana, and it was an amazing experience. We were well received by the government of Ghana. We were well received by the La district community, the Kenini La of Ghana. Well received us. They received us very, very well. We had a good time at the art gallery, there. And it was an amazing experience that we had in Ghana. And now some of the people that went on a business trip have connected with some business opportunities that are there in Ghana. And so these are the things that we are doing, and very soon we'll be going again in August, and we encourage people who want to be part of that to register for this homecoming. There's a big homecoming event that the Ghanaian La district community, the GA community, is putting together for people of African descent. It's not just about Ghanaians, it's all people of African descent. And Ghana has a lot of history, just like Africa generally. You have Ethiopia, you have Egypt, Morocco, you have Cameroon, Nigeria. The continent is rich with a lot of history. Zimbabwe, Madagascar, beautiful islands, South Africa, we're naming. We have the best in the world. And so we are so excited what is happening. And we did some things in the past that somebody posted so many different beautiful beaches and places in Africa and was asking people where this place can be found. And everybody was quoting, Florida, quoting Mexico, quoting all these places. They were shocked to know that those islands were all from Africa. We have beautiful islands. We have beautiful places and beaches that you can visit. We have beautiful hotels. As the myth has been said, as if that Africans live in the tree. Well, interesting, you will shock your life when you visit any country in Africa to find out that we have the best houses, the best infrastructure. As a matter of fact, the houses in Africa are large. It's always like a joke when you compare the houses. Even as we live here in Canada, the structures we have here, beautiful Canada, we love it, but you cannot compare it with what we have in Africa. It's interesting to know that there is trouble all over the world. We have people on the streets even in Canada. They are the homeless. There's so many challenges in Africa. There are places that are still, even there is no electricity in Canada, there are still challenges. And so also we have in Africa. And so it's not, and people make comparison. I mean, Africa, the amalgamation in Canada, we're talking about 150 years, and Canada just celebrated 150 years. And then when you talk about Africa, you're talking about some of them that are 50 years and under, or 60 years and under. And they have come a long way. As a matter of fact, technology is growing faster in Africa than what we have here. The idea of even depositing money through your phone or sending money or paying bills through your phone started in Africa, in Kenya, and so many places. And so there's so much going on in Africa that people can learn. Go learn history, visit, join us. Whatever is your concern, security and all that, we take care of that. Come join us and see that Africa is a beautiful place to go. Your life will never be the same when you go to the continent of Africa. Education. We have projects in Africa in education. Currently, we're working on a program we call African International Model School, AIMS, which is a plan where we call, we put together the best practices. We call it best educational practices. Have a consortium of experts coming together to put up a program by which we can work with the CISA program, which is an educational skill vocational training program set up by the African Union. And I want to encourage people, when you don't understand what's going on with the continent, please go check out Agenda 2063. Agenda 2063 is a document that you want to read about the continent of Africa. Google it. Agenda 2063 gives you the full plan of the continent of Africa, 50-year plan. When we celebrated 50th anniversary in 2013, the African Union launched a 50-year plan called Agenda 2063. That takes us to the next 50 years. That's why we call it 2063. And that will help you to understand from the different commissions, what are the activities, where can you come in, what can you do, how can you support, how can you be part of the movement, and that document tells it all. We also have our own overview that you can find online of the African Union or au6rc.org. You have every document there that will help you understand what we're doing and where we are going. Once again, we are encouraging people of skills, professionals of all walks of life, of people of African descent. We have a lot of opportunities. Diasporas are going home to help. They are helping a lot in numbers. And so if you have any skill or any program or project and you feel you're having challenges of any type, please come to us. We will help you. Now, here's the reason and the essence of the sixth region. The sixth region goes beyond individual diaspora countries. So say, for example, I'm born or come from Nigeria. Sometimes that's where you come from or where you're born, that's where you think a lot about. Or you're from Cameroon or you're from Morocco. Yes, countries focus on their individual diaspora countries, but what the sixth region is looking at goes beyond your individual country. Now, what it means is that we are not into politics, we are not into anything. We are the diaspora that are ready to give back our skills, our economic support, whatever thing that we have been blessed in the diaspora, we want to give back. And so we're not looking about in the individual country. What we're doing is that when a country calls them out and say they need support, we make a collection of experts, of people of African descent, just like what we did with Ghana. We came from different regions of people of African descent, from the Caribbean, from Canada, from different areas. We came together and we went to Ghana. There were mission work done where we had doctors who helped a lot of people, hundreds of people that were checked, given medications, taken to the hospital, check their blood pressure, their sugar level, diabetes and all that. There's a lot of work that we're doing. And if you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a skilled professional, an engineer, whatever your profession is, we are calling on you to come join the movement and be part of this great support. And there will be opportunities for you to do more and also promote your businesses and whatever you're doing. So we are very excited in what is happening, that if nations will call on us, whether from the Caribbean or from here in Canada or from the continent, there is a lot. I want to tell you something. Somebody may be saying, well, there's a lot of issues in our community, a lot of our people in the prison, there's a lot of things going on. What are we doing? It's a lot that we are doing. We have organizations that are doing a lot of work in those areas. When you come through our office, you will understand that we partner with so many of people of African descent who are serving the community. And if you don't come, you won't know. And so many times people say, I wish this could be done and that could be done. May I tell you the message? You are the change that we are looking for. You are the change. The change is not outside. Those things that you want to see change, why you are angry, why you identify one piece of the change is because you are the change. We want to support you to be that change. Whatever that God has called you to do, we want to work with you. And the most important thing that we want to tell our people is that we are one people. And the only way that the change will come is through love. If you love yourself and you take care of yourself, it's going to be natural that you love other people. And so with the movement of love, what we call Love Revolution, which will be going to be taken across the cities, of talking about the unity through love, how we can unite ourselves as people of African descent by loving ourselves before we can love other people, by appreciating ourselves, by healing ourselves before we can talk about healing the community. And so we want people to understand that they need to look in the mirror first to appreciate themselves, that we can be able to appreciate one another naturally. And so there's a lot of opportunities, and we really want to thank the Zoom group for this privilege and opportunity of serving. We want to thank the CEDAW department of the African Union Commission, the ECOSOC department. We want to talk the Political Affairs department. We have a lot of great support. Ambassador Salah Hamad, who's been helping us as well. We have a lot of people from the chairperson's office, the deputy chairperson of the African Union, for all the great work they are giving to the diaspora. We have great presidents in Africa who are doing a lot through the diaspora. President Kagame of Rwanda, we know the story that the diaspora has been a great part of his government and bring a lot of changes in Rwanda. We know that. Currently, the president of Ghana is doing an amazing job. He has over 50 people on high level as diaspora in his government. 50 diasporans who are given high level positions in, as a matter of fact, he has made the diaspora desk in his presidential office. We have the diaspora officer or director within the president's office. So it's a lot of things that is happening in the continent of Africa, and we want to encourage everybody to be part of this movement. That change is here, and you are part of that change. One people, one voice, one Africa, leaving no one behind.
Thank you, Chairman, and just to recap with in French with Charlie. Donc on va dire simplement que déjà il a mentionné le fait que vous pensez également à ceux qui pensent des projets et vous leur donnez des coups de pouce pour mieux élaborer leurs projets afin que cela bénéficie d'une aide à votre niveau pour une facilitation d'obtention certainement des faveurs du gouvernement.
Oui, c'est ça. Donc ce qu'il faut expliquer, c'est que dans l'organisation que nous sommes en train de supporter, qui est African United States Region, c'est vraiment un peu de tout. C'est pas une organisation politique comme les gens pensent. Donc les gens peuvent dire, oh c'est politique, je ne suis pas, non, pas du tout. C'est pour encourager et pour aider les ressortissants d'Afrique, ici en Amérique du Nord, à pouvoir réaliser leurs projets, à pouvoir même être impliqués dans des projets et pouvoir grandir, pouvoir s'épanouir, pouvoir aussi évoluer et s'en sortir. Donc, on a des workshops qui sont organisés. Donc, si vous allez sur le site, vous allez voir tout ce qui est organisé au courant de l'année. Et il a parlé aussi de Homecoming, qui est un voyage organisé dont on amène les hommes d'affaires. Tu peux être un homme d'affaires ici au Canada qui veut t'établir peut-être en Afrique, qui veut peut-être étendre ton activité en Afrique par exemple. Donc si tu fais partie de ce groupe de voyage-là, donc comme en tant que chairman de cette organisation-là, il a les entrées dans pas mal d'endroits en Afrique. Quand on était au Ghana par exemple, il avait des entrées à la présidence. Il est parti avec un groupe de personnes, il y avait des hommes d'affaires canadiens et des hommes d'affaires même pas africains canadiens, qui étaient un Canadien blanc, qui sont arrivés en Afrique et qui ont trouvé des opportunités d'affaires. Aujourd'hui, ils ont trouvé des partenaires d'affaires. Je vous parle des millions d'euros de deals qui ont été négociés en mars dernier. Donc on a rencontré des chefs traditionnels qui ont des droits aux terres et au terrain. Et on a négocié des contrats des terrains pour les constructions des hôpitaux, des écoles. Tu sais comment ça se passe en Afrique. Quand tu veux aller même ouvrir une pharmacie ou bien un business en Afrique, il y a tellement de tracasseries, ou bien on ne te permet même pas d'ouvrir, ou bien tu as des endroits qui demandent pas mal de corruption et tout ça. Donc avec l'aide de cette organisation-là, ça te facilite la tâche, dans le sens où il te permet de toucher les personnes dont tu as vraiment besoin pour établir ce que tu veux faire en Afrique. Donc il y a tellement d'activités, comme il a cité, c'est énorme, c'est vraiment énorme. Donc j'invite tous les Africains ou bien tous les ressortissants d'Afrique ici en Amérique du Nord qui ont des projets même d'affaires personnelles, qui veulent se faire financer par exemple. Nous on a des workshops qui vous aident à mettre vos plans d'affaires d'une façon professionnelle et qui vous permet aussi d'avoir accès aux fonds. Parce que comme vous le savez très bien, le Canada a tellement d'opportunités que les gens ne sont pas au courant. Les opportunités de financement, moi-même ma première société a été financée ici parce que j'ai écrit un plan d'affaires, j'ai sollicité un fonds au Canada, dans une banque canadienne. Et j'ai été approuvée seulement parce que je suis ressortissant d'Afrique et que j'ai un projet. Il y a tellement de choses qui sont disponibles au Canada dont les gens ne sont pas au courant. Et à travers cette organisation-là, justement, vous pouvez avoir accès à ces professionnels-là qui vont vous faire des prix parce que vous êtes de cette organisation-là. Donc je pense qu'il fait un très grand boulot dans le pays, et pour l'Afrique et pour le continent d'Afrique. Et je pense que les gens devraient se réveiller et puis commencer aussi à joindre ce genre de mouvement pour l'encourager à continuer. Sinon après, ça ne sert à rien s'il n'y a pas de personnes qui sont motivées à encourager ce genre de mouvement.
Okay, with Babala Stewart, just to recap the program for this coming week, the next week is going to be the beautiful time with all those people who are going to give their time to celebrate with us this best moment. You can recap with us the program.
So once again, on the 24th will be the flag raise event at Queen's Park, and that will be at 111 Wellesley Street West, Queen's Park, at the Legislative Office. Please bring your IDs, because when you're registering to get your badge, you need to have identification. Because sometimes people come, they think because they register online, then they don't have to. You have to show your ID to the security. So we encourage everybody to bring their ID, government ID, picture ID. And also, if you want to be part of the reception, go and register at Eventbrite and make sure you secure your position. As the chairman said, we only have 120 to 140 accommodation for 120 to 140 people. If you do not go and register in time, you will not be able to participate, because the security is tight and they will not allow you in after a certain amount of people. For the 25th is the Global Africa Day, where the diplomatic group will be celebrating in Ottawa. And we're asking people to call the office if you are in Toronto and you want to go to get more information, on where exactly it's going to be and what time. It's starting at 5 o'clock. So we're asking you, call the office 647-785-7959 or 647-985-0293 to get more information on that. For the Montreal event, you are welcome. Leaders of the community, in the Francophone community, you are very much welcome. We're inviting you to come and be part of this. With this opportunity of having the delegates coming from Addis Ababa, AU, to meet with us. This is, as he said, the chairman said, this is an historic moment for everyone, for us in Canada, for the diaspora, and we want to make use of it. We do not want to lose out on this opportunity because the purpose of this coming is to bring togetherness, to solidify the relationship between the diaspora and the continent through the African Union. So for that event, please call the number 613-864-6038, and Dr. Abiba Shakir will be the one that you'll speak to, or call my number, the office number 647-785-7959. You can speak to me to get more information. That event will be at the Center Cultural, the Moroccan Cultural Center, and that's at Dar Al Maghrib, Montreal, 515 Avenue Viger, Montreal, Quebec.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, and we're looking forward to you coming out and celebrating this historic moment.
Thank you very much, and we just want to thank the chairman for your time today. I know it was not easy, but we try our best to today. And thank you, Barbara, and thank you, Charlie, to be with us today. And thank you to all our viewers for Zoom group and all those people who was online with us on Facebook. We just want to say, let's meet in a few minutes for the different things. Je vous souhaite de passer certainement une très bonne soirée, un bon dimanche. Et surtout, vous allez revoir ces images durant toute cette semaine, bien sûr, pour vous permettre d'avoir la température, le pouls de l'événement qui a cours en plein cœur du Canada. C'est bien sûr cet événement majeur qu'on célèbre pour toute la grosse communauté africaine. Ça, c'est notre moment. C'est le moment pour nous de venir ici également devant la scène et se dire, nous avons cette fierté d'appartenir à ce continent qui représente une fierté pour le monde entier. Donc, d'ici à là, je vous souhaite de passer un très bon dimanche, surtout une très bonne fin de journée. Portez-vous bien. Ciao, ciao.
Good job, guys. Very nice.
Oh.